Hello and welcome to NSG 623. This is Dr. Myers coming to you from San Diego County. And I just want to give in this video a quick overview of the course. So as you navigate to single sign-on, you can log into the Brightspace area. I'm sure most of you have already started taking courses in the MSN program, but this may be first course for some of you. Brightspace is our new LMS, learning management system. We've migrated most of our courses now from Blackboard. So if you click on your course here, and we have a 1-month course format, so it should be the only course you're taking this term. And as you go into Brightspace, just like Blackboard, it has very strong navigation, either top or left-hand side. As you first come in, you'll see all the content there and a calendar to the right and announcement area. So as you move across the top area, what I'm showing here first is the syllabus over here. You see the course learning outcomes are here, the course description. Here is the required textbook, which is provided for you with your tech fee that you paid. We have a digital copy of this book, and it's a pretty decent book. You can actually buy it on Amazon if you want to purchase a hard copy, but most students now just want a digital copy. So I've given this to you as a PDF in the course, a digital copy, which most students like because you can then look at it on your tablet, email it to yourself on your phone or your device, and then you have a digital copy of the textbook at your fingertip. Also included in the course, I'll talk about in a bit, is the software for the course, StatCrunch for statistics, and that's also provided for you with the tech fee. It's a really good program. I'll get to that in just a bit. So for this course, it is an asynchronous course. So again, the course is entirely online, and there's no attendance or required points for attendance. Delivery is not in real time. So this course, we will not be meeting synchronously. All the content's going to be online. I provided for you, and I'll show you very quickly here, lectures for all of the requirements in the course, for all the material. And there are no structured meeting times for this class, but we'll have weekly office hours to meet. I also will have lots of interaction on the discussion boards, and there's an optional office hour. So basically in this course, you're going to have, if you see the due dates, we'll have assignments for each of the 6 units in the course. Since this is asynchronous, we used to teach all of these beginning MSN courses in an executive model format. An executive model for this course means that you will turn in your assignments around the due dates, but they are not hard due dates. We'll grade them as they come in. So I know most of you are working, you're in the hospital, you have full-time jobs and responsibilities. So you can turn assignments in past the due date. We'll grade them as they come in, and we'll award you those points for this class. But the only restriction is everything must be turned in and completed by the end of class. So here I've given you the format. So basically each unit, you're going to have 3 things to do. You'll be working on 2 discussion posts, which I'll show you in just a bit. You will work on an assignment and then do a quiz for each unit. The last unit, you have no quiz. There'll be the final exam, which will cover the entire course, and you'll have an independent project for the final project for that week. So that's the regular pace of this course. Again, here's a link to the textbook that's sitting there in the syllabus. These are the reading assignments for the course as you go through the different units. Here's the link to the Zoom meeting. This is an optional office hour, but feel free to drop in, helping you all with your assignments or any questions you may have in the course. Information about the grading and the quizzes are here, and the project. For the online discussion threads, it's a little different in this course. I use the discussion threads here for basically practice. So we're going to be working together and solving problems in StatCrunch and the software together. I know the statistics is a really difficult course for most students. You feel like a lot of pressure to try to get the right answer. But even my graduate statistic work in grad school was open book. Everyone worked together, trying to get the software, trying to understand statistical data and working together in data sets. So I've set this course up this way. When you post up your discussion responses, you'll be working on, as I said, examples and problems together. Once you post, you can see other answers that students have. And once you post, it can give you feedback as well. If you make a mistake in that analysis, you can redo the analysis and repost for full points. So you can respond to other students, but you don't have to. Go ahead and check other postings just as a way of check of understanding, making sure you're all getting the data, getting the software to do what you need it to do the statistical analyses. So a little bit different discussion threads for this course, But again, you'll be doing 2 of those for each unit and award you points for each analysis you perform correctly on the discussion boards. The final exam is listed here. It's 50 questions worth 50 points. So that'll be at the end of the course. And there's lectures and PowerPoints in each section. I'll show you those very briefly. Here's the grading scale, course expectations, and then all the learning objectives by unit. At the end of the syllabus, there is, of course, all of the university information as well. So that's contained in the course home in the syllabus area. So as you move across in Brightspace, you'll see that there's many ways to get to areas in your course in Brightspace. So if you click on the Content tab, this is sort of like Blackboard and Canvas, other LMSs, very left-hand heavy navigation. So in the Get Started area, I've given you some backgrounds. I'll post the greeting video here as well. There's also a link here of how to access the StatCrunch software. I'll show you that in just a bit. And as you go down, you'll see student resource areas. Here's where I placed all information about the StatCrunch software, how to access it, as you saw before. I've also created for StatCrunch, if you go down again in student resources, I've given a video on every analysis in YouTube of how what we're going to work on in this class. I've also linked these in the discussion areas where they're pertinent. So I've tried to make the course very accessible for you. Love YouTube. I don't have this, I have a YouTube channel and I don't get reimbursement for it. However, they do a short advertisements because, Google has to pay for something. So there'll be a short advertisement you can skip through and then get to your video on YouTube. So that resource is there for you, videos on StatCrunch, other links there for you. Again, there's NU resources here as well. If you click on the other course resources area, here you'll find a link to the textbook. Again, you just click on that. This is the textbook for the course. It's a very good textbook. And again, you can just follow along here. The first chapter is all about descriptive statistics, the first 4 chapters for units 1 and 2. So there's your textbook, again, provided for you in the course shell, so you don't have to purchase the textbook. I've given a little short here, textbook guide to text and tables. Again, you can download this. As you click on Brightspace, it fetches the file for you. Sometimes it does a little delay. It says it can't find it or it's waiting. Just give it a few seconds and then you can download the file and access it on your computer. So this is just a guide that has the main table. So here's the T distribution at the 5% level. This is the one we'll use mainly. If you're looking for other distributions, they're down here. Here's the F table at 5%. And here's the chi-square and values for R, Pearson's R, and then multivariates. That's just a shortcut from the textbook. You can download that and have that as an easy guide as well. Also under course resources are the data sets that I go through in the lectures and use in the course. Again, you can click on these and download them. Here's the independent project data as well for the last unit. So those are the resources you have there, and I'm sure you're good at navigating Brightspace. Very easy to use, very fast system for your course. So then here all the units are listed here. So again, in each unit, as I said, there's readings to do. I've linked the textbook there for you. For each unit, there's a lecture, a recorded lecture. So I put these all on YouTube for you. They follow the PowerPoint documents. So a lot of students have said that they're busy. We have a lot of military students. They don't want to be stuck in Zoom 4 or 5 hours twice a week listening to faculty drone on. So I put that into a YouTube for you. And these follow the PowerPoint lectures so you can watch them, scroll along, and keep going. You can skip to certain slides where I go through the data. I open up things in Excel and I show the data. So you can skip around and review these as you need to in YouTube. So you can expand this, and the link is here as well for the lecture material. Again, those follow the PowerPoints. There's some extra lecture notes here as well you might want to review. All of these are resources for you in the course. So this course, you're at your own pace. You can do each unit. The deadlines, you can see if you navigate over to the calendar, which is in course home, and those due dates in the syllabus as well. If you just click on the calendar, you'll see the pace of the course, and it'll give you little reminders as well down on that right side of what the due dates are. So at your own pace, you can see that you can, for the entire month, you have due dates every Sunday night at midnight. So you can go through and do your tasks. So here's each one. If you click on the date, you're going to have your discussion threads are due, the quiz are due. And again, there's 2 quizzes. So units 1 and 2 is due on the first week. Units 3 and 4, the second week. So descriptive statistics is the first week, then hypothesis testing. Then we do the non-parametric, and then your last week, you can work on your independent project. And again, if you need more time, some people are busy on the weekends, some people are not. You can turn those in later in the week if you want to. I will award those points, no problem. For the software, again, you can go to the Getting Started area. So here's the DART ebook. This is a day 1 access for you for your books. In this case, DART's going to deliver the StatCrunch software code. So basically here you click on the Launch DART ebook link. And when you do that, it'll give you a reveal code. Once you have that code, you can go to the statcrunch.com and you can get your code, copy it, and then you can put that into StatCrunch. So once you have that reveal code, you just go to StatCrunch, right over to sign in or register, create an account here. So go ahead and just click on register. When you click there, click on students. And again, the software is pretty inexpensive, but here you can actually redeem the access code. So you don't have to purchase it. Just click on redeem access code. And then from that DART reveal, once you create your account, you can put in that access code, and then you'll have access to the software. StatCrunch is pretty easy to use. I'll open it really quickly here. And in the lectures, the video lectures, I show you how to use the software. I'll go ahead and log in here because I have an account created already. Then you click on Open StatCrunch, and it looks a lot like Excel. We used to use SPSS in this course, but SPSS is really expensive, doesn't work well on the Mac, and StatCrunch runs and works equally on both the PC and the Mac. So it's real easy to use. You can just go ahead like Excel and click data into it. You can also load data into it. And again, in those YouTube videos, I show you step-by-step how to use the software. So we'll be using StatCrunch to analyze all of our data in this class. So again, all of that information is in the Getting Started area where you can access the code and then access the software. So the first step in this course, I suggest you start with the discussion thread. So again, those are practices for you. So if you go to the discussion area, it looks a lot like it did in Blackboard if you used to Blackboard. I put data sets here. So again, you can click on these and download them to your computer. Here's a question. So for the first one, we're going to look at fertility rates in countries around the world. That data set is coming from UN data. And again, you click on the start a new thread to post your work up there. And I've linked that video, there it is, on how to do the work as well. So if you're confused, I've got a video right there for you to help you with making the graph. These are the data sets. And again, once you start posting, then you can see what others have posted and can leave you feedback as to how you're doing with the StatCrunch. So start with the discussion threads, start reading your textbook, going through the lecture material, then work on the discussion threads. Those will help you get the assignments done in the course. So the next thing, again, to start with the discussion threads, then move on to the assignments. And those are in Word documents. So again, they have files associated with them. So just download the assignment, type in your answers in Word. Any files that are associated with the assignment are also here. Once you do that, add the file and submit your assignment. When you do that, we'll start grading it on the due date. You can turn it in later if you need to. Assignment areas. And again, those are all covered in the lecture material. I go through those examples for each of the pieces of the assignment for you in the lecture videos. And then you have the quiz. So the quiz for each unit is 20 questions. They're based on the lecture material only and the reading material. So you're not going to be doing calculations on the quizzes. And once you have 60 minutes for each unit quiz, and they're automatically graded. So once you get your feedback, do allow students, if you want to go back, it does randomly assign questions. So if you miss questions, it'll re-scramble them again. If you want to retake the quiz to get those points, you can, and resubmit it, and it'll award you the points for the quizzes. Same thing for the final exam. So that's what you have to do for each unit. Again, the first 2 units are all about descriptive statistics. Those are due for the first week, unit 1 and 2. Unit 3, we move on to hypothesis testing. And unit 4, we move on to the non-parametric tests. Unit 5 is correlation, scatter plots, and regression. And again, the same format. You've got your readings, your lecture material with the video, and your discussion threads to work on. 2 of the units I've given case studies. And for these case studies, what we're doing is you can read through those. I'm pulling the data from those case studies, both for the discussion work and for the assignments. So you'll be working with those case studies. Go ahead and read through them, read the background material, and then there's data sets, again, data we're going to work on to analyze, and we'll pull them out from those case studies to work on the assignments and the discussion threads. For the last week, unit 6, the last unit, there's a short lecture there on how to do the final assignment. And on the final project, you'll see is you're analyzing a large data set. And you'll see in that lecture, I go through how to do that. For the final project, you're going to be given a data set, a large data set, and then you can pick the variables you want to analyze, sort of like a signature assignment for this course. And that's due the last week of class along with the final exam. So again, welcome to Biostatistics. I hope this course is beneficial to you. Look forward to interacting on the discussion threads and in office hours. And again, welcome to class and looking forward to learn statistics.